One. Alright. Yeah, guys and girls, welcome back to my video channel, to my daily news. It's Friday, the 26th of May, 2017, and I'm going to be doing a 14-ish minute video, because that's what I've got it on at the moment, around about 14 minutes, maybe less than that. Anyway, so I've been playing this game. This is actually a brilliant game, by the way, guys and girls. This is Injustice 2. We've got Batman, Robin, and all these other characters. This is probably the biggest Injustice game ever for DC games. And I quite enjoy it because you play as Batman, you can play as Superman and all that, and the Justice League and all that. Anyway, so getting to today's reports, right. So I've been watching on the news recently about the attacks that's been going on in Manchester, and I've been watching constantly a lot of the news, and it kind of, like, I don't know, it kind of makes me think, could they have done something to prevent shit like this? And what really pisses me off is, if you think about it, for the people who are actually awake, you could have seen this coming from miles and miles away. For the people who are actually awake, a lot of people are actually sleeping, right? It's all basically, I think this is all an agenda. Now, my mum reckons I'm a bit crazy and all that kind of stuff, and that I talk shit. But about 3 months going back, or just under 3 months actually, you had the London attack, which was on March the 22nd, which is actually 322. And 322 is actually the Freemasons numbers. They like the threes, they like those 22s and all that. Anything to do with this. Now, it makes me wonder, this, I mean, it's a bit strange. A guy, right, a teacher, right, who's got a family, he's got a wife, kids, or whatever he's got, and then suddenly he goes and runs loads of people over. I mean, that is just sick. I mean, and then they reckon he's a part of a network. Apparently they shot him as well, I believe. I think he's dead, the one who was in London. Anyway, the one in Manchester, a young boy, goes to a concert to do with the Ariana Grande concert, music concert, and kills loads of fucking children who literally, right, did not deserve it, did not deserve this shit. And it really pisses me off to think why someone would go into a concert without being checked. They probably did, they could have done a scan to check to see if he had any equipment on him, but that's the thing. They lessen the security so they can implement these little seeds. I think it's an inside job, myself personally, and I think this young kid was put up to it, and that's just my opinion on it. And if you connect the dots, I think it's all like made to put us off. First of all, you had the London attack, which kind of had loads of people there talking loads of bollocks. You had like loads of people getting interviewed, and it kind of them surrounded like they were getting nervous a lot, and like it was scripted. It kind of felt like you're watching a low budget movie, and that the fans, or the actually not fans, but the actors could not speak like at all. They didn't know about the script. They didn't know how to work the script, because it seemed like it was unedited and stuff. Like there was no editing in it at all. That's what it personally felt like in the London attack. Now, the second one, the one that's just happened on Monday night, apparently, I heard. So that would have been, what's that, 25, 24, about 22nd. What's that? 22nd, 23rd that it happened. So yeah. So when there's and apparently some teenagers got, well, loads of teenagers got suspects in custody as more attacks at start of Ramadan. Operations to tackle network sees new arrests. So apparently some new arrests. Counter-terror police investigating the Manchester Arena bombing have carried out fresh raids today as security services brace for more attacks. But the thing is, I think the government is some kind of involved in this attacks. I think so they can actually shut down the country at some point. This is getting they've already. Actually, I was in Western Town yesterday, in Weston-super-Mare's Town. That's in Somerset. For any of you guys who are out across the Broad or across the sea from the UK, from the United Kingdom. And I was actually quite shocked. I actually noticed, right, I've never seen the police like this before. There was more police in Weston yesterday. So this would have been the 25th of May. So that was Thursday, 25th of May, 2017 at the time of this video. And they had like sort of MP5 machine guns on them, wrapped around their necks, like they had some sort of like guitar or something, but they were holding it in position just in case. And the first thing I see is some homeless bloke or some bloke in town. I don't know what it was to do with, but they got some poor bloke. They stopped him, or some bloke who was a bit scruffy. He looked like he hadn't had a wash for a while, and like he was really scruffed up like a homeless person. And he had like loads of bags with it. Well, not loads of bags. He had like one big massive bag, and then he had something like, it looked like a bag with a sleeping bag in it or something, or somewhere where he was sleeping, dozing off or something. Now, they actually, I don't know, I don't think they arrested him, I'm not too sure, but they put his bags in the back of the car, and when they put his bags in the car, they took him in there as well. And then, so I don't know what's going on. I don't know what. I know the security, high security at the moment, it was high before. Now the security has been raised to critical in the UK, and it's due to this attack. But then again, I think to myself as well, why would they come to Somerset in the first place? To be honest, like, it's a shithole down here, so why would they do any terrorist attacks down here? That's what I'm getting. It looks like bloody Somerset's already been bombed already. But, yeah, that's just my opinion. But then again, they have to keep check of everything. And just make sure everybody's secure. But then, and I said to this policewoman yesterday about it, I said, why they got guns? And she said it makes people less edgy and stuff, like less upset, less scared, in a way. So it puts people at ease. But the thing is, how can that put someone at ease, knowing that you've got two guns there? What happens if some non-radicalist people comes, like people from other countries who come to the UK, who've come to Weston, and they live in Weston, right? They're going to be the targets here, the ones who are not extremists, the ones who are Muslims, and they're going to be the ones that be targeted, because people, the police, because they've been doing stops yesterday. They've been doing a lot of stops. The police yesterday in Weston, and well, this one guy, this one homeless bloke, he was actually white anyway, but they stopped him, and I know they're doing checks, and it's a good thing to keep checking people if they look suspicious or anything, because even Muslims now are actually white as well. because apparently it's a more of a trend now. It's trending wide that white people are becoming Muslims even more now because of the Islamic faith and all that. And to be honest, Islam is supposed to be about peace. It's supposed to be about coming together and loving one and each other and all that. And it's not about, it shouldn't be about going around killing each other and using blasphemy and creating this sort of high tension between two groups of religious groups. And I get the point. I mean, I wouldn't say I'm religious myself, but I get people's faiths, and I actually agree with people's faiths. Not the shit with the extremist stuff, because that is fucking disgusting. But if people want faith and they want a religion to believe in, let them believe in a religion, but don't let the religion like be extreme and stuff, because that's going to fucking eat you out, and then you end up going out and killing those people and shit, and that's fucking what we don't want on our street. But then we have also where they want to try and bring Sharia law into the UK, which I don't think it should happen. I don't think it should happen at all, because why should we bring that into the UK? Right, for instance, UK is British. It's a British island. It's maybe a small island, but then it's UK and it's an English territory. Now, what really annoys me is people, right, when we go to other countries, we believe in their faith in that time. So we understand their religion, their faith, their accolades. So we understand we have to obey by their rules. That's their rules, right? Because it don't matter if you're Muslim, it don't matter if you're Christian, it don't matter if you're a Buddhist, it don't matter what religion you're from. This should actually go for every religion entirely. Every religion entirely. It shouldn't be about pointing fingers at Muslims or Christians or and just doing one particular group. It should be, right, 50-50, 50%. Well, actually, I would say, because there's more than 50% of religions out there. There's a whole load of different religions out there. But I think what this is going, right, now, my mum reckons that the burqa should be diminished. It should be taken, it should be banned in the UK. But I think there is some way we can sort this agreement out. I think, if you think about it, I don't think their faces should be fully covered over. I think their main face should be on scene, so you can see it, especially if you're in the UK, because you don't know who's under that mask or that face, that burqa or hijab or what they call it. I'm not really technical into those sort of religions myself, but I do think you don't know if it could be a bloke under there who's got bloody bombs underneath and all that. But then that's where the religion gets out of it. Anyway, I'm nearly come up to the last couple of seconds, so I'm going to make another video for this one. But I do think what they should do is have the whole head thing, the whole headscarf bit, but have so you can see the face on show. And I think then both religions and both UK and Islam and the whole structure of the religion will be fine, and then we can come to some sort of an agreement rather than just going around. It's disgusting, but this is the kind of shit goes on.